Good afternoon. The parole board is reconvening. Its time is 12:08 p.m. My name is Pearl Wise. To my left is Mr. Roche. To my right is Mr. Freeman. We comprise your panel today. Give us your name and DOC number, please.
Michael Hawk, 737-110.
All right, thank you, Mr. Hawk. Is the staff there? Is any staff in the room with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, please, ma'am. Hey, how you doing? Hey, all right.
Cheryl Cook, from administration. I'll be with
All right.
y'all today.
All right, thank you, Ms. Cook. And you already know the process. We're gonna want your input at the proper time. Thank you. Good to
Yes,
see you.
ma'am.
All right, Mr. Hawk, let me explain the process. This is your first time. It's not Ms. Cook's first time, but it's your first time. Let me explain the process. I'm going to read some information into the record. Afterwards, we're going to conduct an interview with you, starting with Mr. Freeman. After we finish our interview, because you have no visitors. Were you expecting anybody?
No, ma'am.
Okay, we have no visitors, and so after we finish our interview, we're going to ask Ms. Cook to tell us what you've been up to lately. And then after all of that, you will get to have the final say. Tell us whatever you want us to know before we vote. Do you understand the process?
Yes, ma'am.
Let me read the information to the record. Michael Tyrone Hall, DOC number 737110. You're listed as a second offender. Your offense is distribution of meth, 3 counts, and distribution of marijuana. Your sentence date was April the 19th of 2022. Your total DOC sentence is 6 years and 6 months. Your parole eligibility date shows 5/8 of 23. Your good time date is 1/1 of 2024. And you have a full term date of March 24th of 2028. Does that sound about right for you?
Yes, ma'am.
Would you answer Mr. Freeman, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Hall, how old are you, Mr. Hall?
46.
At what age you started your criminal activity?
I say when I was about 38.
Okay, so
So when
So-
I started selling marijuana, and when I was about 38.
okay. So were you a user also or just a seller?
And I smoke marijuana.
Did you use marijuana?
Don't I smoke it. I use it.
Oh, okay, okay. I thought you said you sold marijuana. Okay, you used any other drug?
No, man. No, sir.
So just marijuana.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever received any treatments for your drugs?
I went to rehab one time.
Okay, what kind of rehab you went to? 28 day?
Yeah, it was 2 months.
Okay, a bit more. Did you quit using after that or you relapsed?
Now I had quit for a little while, then I relapsed. After my grandma passed, I relapsed.
You realized you'll always be a drug addict?
Yes, sir.
You look at the opposition, the district attorney is opposed, there's nothing you can do about that, the sheriff is opposed. The chief is opposed, your family, William Hawk, your uncle is unopposed. That's all the comments we have. What's gonna be your transition plan? Where you gonna live if you get out?
I'm still staying in my house I had paid. When I get out right now, I gotta stay with my uncle till I get off parole. You know what you're talking about? I want to stay
Yeah.
I want to stay at permanently.
Okay, but you gonna stay there till you get off parole with your uncle?
Yes, sir.
Okay, where you gonna work? You got a job plan?
I get disability check. I was in a bad car wreck when I was 15 years old, and I was in a coma. And I had to learn how to walk and talk again.
Mhm. Okay, so you gonna get this bill. Okay, classes, Ms. Cook, what other classes y'all offer there? I see he hasn't taken. What, just living in balance, maybe? No.
I took 6 classes in Claiborne.
He took it for 6 weeks and he got transferred, so he never did get to finish. I
Okay.
think he liked maybe 2 weeks finishing. And whenever they transferred him, and so he never actually got to finish.
Yeah, they started me to work as soon as I got here.
Yeah, and then he went to work. When he got here, he's working for the
Police jury.
police jury out of Sulphur. Right now, where they do a lot of cleanup.
Yeah,
and
walking 10 miles every day.
cleaning up, grass cutting.
You say,
Yeah, that's what he's doing right now.
okay, so what other classes do y'all offer there? Do you offer any kind of drug treatment or
Yeah, they
AA, NA? I mean, what?
Yes, sir, they do. They have a couple different classes for that. They've got the AAA meetings and all, I mean, classes and all that here. Which, he said he's tried to take classes since he's been here, but he hasn't been on the list yet, so he hasn't had a chance to take them here.
Do you have any comment on what class you think would be best to take over there if you had a drug problem?
I can find out for you real quick.
All right, could you do that for me? Because I
Sure.
think he needs a drug class before we release it for sure.
Okay, yes, sir, I'll check on that right now.
Okay, but before you check on that, if you had any problems with him, any disciplinary, anything like that?
No, sir, he's been no problem at all. We haven't had any trouble out of him whatsoever. No write-ups or anything.
Okay. Yeah, see if y'all have the reentry class,
Yes, sir, I'm checking on it for you right now.
$100. Okay, Mr. Hawk, why should I take a chance on you? I mean, tell me, Dude.
Cause I'm not no bad person. I know right from wrong. My grandma raised me well, and I know, and I love my freedom too.
yeah. What's gonna be your sobriety plan? How you gonna stay away from drugs when you get on the street?
Go fishing.
Go fishing. What about some AA and NA meetings?
Yeah, if I can get there, I'll go. But I ain't got no transportation, and it's a long way from my house from where I still live at.
They do have the 100-hour course class here. Yes, sir.
Right.
And also they have living in balance too. She said would help a lot too.
Okay, so we'll do the living down. Okay, I have no further questions. I'll have a recommendation.
Cause I got like 6 more months left.
Right, I know, I know. I'm looking at your record. If I give you one class, you're gonna probably get out right after it's finished because you're gonna get some more credit for your good time.
Yes, sir.
So you got a question? No, okay. Now, Michael, I'm a little concerned about you. You completed your last supervision March 3rd of 21, but you had got arrested February the 8th of 21. You got arrested for that new charge before you got off supervision. Is that right?
Yes, yes,
And went on close your case out. So tell me what's different. The reason why I'm asking, listen to me now. The reason why I'm asking, you are an individual that gets a check. So people who sell drugs, they come for you because they know you got income.
yes, ma'am.
When you get out this time and they find out you're getting a check, they're gonna come for you. They're gonna come for you because you are a good customer, because you got money. Is that the case? Do you think that's true?
Now they might well turn around because when I went through this time here, I ain't going back through that no more. They done taught me a good lesson. I love my freedom. I can't.
So in February, before you got off supervision, you started back to using. You were using?
Yes, I was smoking.
You smoking it, okay.
Yeah.
Now, let me tell you this too. This kind of concerns me. Now, when he asked you about going to AANA meetings, you said transportation. I might not be able to get there. But when you were using drugs, you were getting there to get the drugs. You had transportation then. Speak to that.
Now they'll bring it to my house. I have friends come to my house.
Oh,
I ain't-
yeah,
I ain't-
Ain't your friends.
yeah, yeah. You heard Mr. Freeman?
Yes, I heard.
What'd he say?
I said, I don't deal with
No,
them
I
no
said,
more.
did you hear Mr. Freeman a minute ago? What did he say?
He said they're not your friend.
All right.
I want to hear you say it.
They're not my friend.
All right, then. That's all I had. Miss, you've heard all. Miss Cook, anything else you want to tell us?
No, ma'am,
Okay. Is the panel ready to vote?
I'm ready to go.
Okay. I'm sorry, Michael. Is there anything else you want to say before we vote? What's your final statement? I'm sorry.
Yeah, but I wanted to say this here changed me a whole lot. I know now they got I just found out now disability you can work a little bit, you can't make over $2,000 a month. So I'm trying to find me like a little side job, mowing yards or something. Keep money in my pocket. Yeah, that's it.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Freeman?
Okay. You know, Michael, I'm gonna tell you, I'm listening to you, I'm talking to you. And, you know, my previous history, I was probation parole officer for 35 years.
Yes, sir.
You're a gullible individual.
Yes, sir.
That's me. You're a nice guy.
Thank you. Thank you.
But I think that people will try to take advantage of you, just like Ms. Wise said. You got that check and you're gonna make some money. So I want to caution you on that, you know. Make sure nobody takes advantage of you, okay?
Oh, they out of here. They cutthroat.
I got you. Okay, so my vote today is to grant conditionally upon you completing the living in balance. That program, I think, is probably, I don't know how long, it's not long, probably a month, I think. So, complete living in balance, I'm gonna grant your parole with special conditions. That you try to attend AA and NA 3 times a week. You know, try to work out your transportation. If you can't work it out, get with your probation officer. And also that you have a curfew.
Hey, sir, can you help me get in? Cause every time I write them to get in class, they won't put me in class. I've wrote them about 15 times to get in class. They won't put me in
Well,
class.
it's an order from the board now, so Ms. Cook knows it, and she'll get this paper that we order them to put you in living in balance, and then once it's complete, they can let you go. Okay?
Yes, sir.
That's my vote today.
Mr. Roche, thank you, Mr. Freeman. Mr. Roche?
Mr. Hart,
Yes, sir.
my vote is the same. I grant you conditionally on the completion of living in balance, parts 1 and 2. You have to complete parts 1 and 2, and you'll get good time, and I'm almost sure you will be in immediate release. Good luck.
All right. So, Mr. Hall, you got 2 votes to grant. I concur with my colleagues. You do have a low tiger, and you do need some programs. I wish you well. My vote is to grant as well. After you complete living in balance 1 and 2, you'll get that in writing. Remember what we said to you today. Really pay attention and listen. So best wishes to you, sir. Your parole has been granted. Sit on the front row and pay attention. Sit on the front row.
Don't worry, I got a gate locked.
thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Cook, for accommodating us. We appreciate you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank y'all.